Howdy friends, out here in front of the fruit trees today down at a place down in Florida, and wanted to share a couple of things with you. Had two different writers write in, want to address their questions. One of our viewers contacted us and asked us how and why the pyramids were built by what appears to be a superior technology group of people. Where did the technology go? And very likely he is reaching for the idea or concept that we've been led to believe that some supernatural deposit of technology was given, such by aliens or some type of mystic group, alchemist or whatever. But what our viewer failed to acknowledge and realize is that virtually every single kingdom in the world has seen its technology and intelligence peak and collapse. As we look at the ancient Egyptians, we see a number of peaks and collapses as their economy shifted, and I'll get back to that. The Greeks and the Romans are easier for us to acknowledge and see that they had a great wealth and power, building colosseums and things of this nature before the collapse. It's simple enough to look and see that the Greeks and Romans had great learning, wisdom, culture, wealth, power. Yet, as we go into the medieval periods, which were halfway between two evil periods, medieval in a sense, and very dark, we see that intelligence collapsed. We came out of the Dark Ages, out of the medieval ages, mostly illiterate. However, when we look back to the Roman times, it would appear that they were cultured, sophisticated, and educated. How can we see that obvious transition from wealth and power to one of weakness and ignorance and not recognize the same occurred in Egypt? The same occurred in many parts of Europe. European powers, when wealth and conquest were taking place, flourished. And what we see is basically these upstart countries, upstart power groups, they start off, they war, they fight, they become wealthy, they become educated, they become cultured, then they become decadent, and they collapse. As we see today in our society today, we're actually moving rapidly along that track of we're reaching the decadence and the decline. Now let's go back and look at the Egyptians. The Egyptian pyramid pharaohs were seen to be gods. Meanwhile, this would reference the Old Kingdom. In the way the Egyptologists describe him, is you have the Old Kingdom, the Middle Kingdom, and the New Kingdom of Egypt. The Old Kingdom pharaohs were seen to be gods, according to the Egyptologists. The Middle Kingdom were connected to God, but not gods themselves. And the New Kingdom are seen to be supplicated to gods. What we see at the end of the Old Kingdom, which was the pyramid, what we may call the pyramid era, we see a collapse in their power structure, shifting from powerful kings to a new powerful nobility that we explain in one of our other books. And we see a terrible devastation and famine that occurs at the end of the pyramid era. So what we see is the technology and power, the focus of the kingdom probably went from building epic structures to survival, and survival of the fittest. Hence, the rise of the nobility we see in the Middle Kingdom, and the collapse of that focus, and the collapse of the singular power focus. Now we have a nobility where power is diffused, and we start moving more towards a vassal-type kingdom of governors, lands, and lords. And we see this throughout history. Power peaks. When power is fragmented, it collapses. What we're actually on the path today of seeing education rise, power increase, education increase. culture and social awareness increase, and then a collapse as we get into decadence. The same thing happened in Egypt. Stay tuned. Go check out our website and learn more.